take so many positives on this game because they had a game plan, even though the game plan was not really clear, but it got the results. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one. We are doing the analysis of Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, in which Liverpool just won by 3 goals to 2 in a game which was really chaotic. And it's, according to some people's analysis, the better team lost the game. And I'm going to try to make that make sense. I'm going to try to explain what my thoughts were, how Newcastle's tactics were really working for them, and how they turned into negative football after losing the player, not defensively, by the way, but offensively, how that worked for them and how that helped them. If you wanted to find out what my thoughts were on the Liverpool side of the game, go check it out. It's now out on the Football Connect LFC. I analyzed everything that I thought of, Rion Gomua's goals, Dominic Soboslai's performance, and everything that was in the game. It's really important that you go check it out. Let's get into the game. So this was an interesting game because I think this was it was World War III. If you watch my build up on the Football Connect LFC, I literally build up this game as World War III because there was so much emotion which was built into this. And there was so much, even the ground was telling that this was an emotional fixture. A lot of things were going to be thrown, a lot of things were going to happen, and that's what makes football even more exciting. And we saw it so clearly that these guys, at some point, they did not want to allow Liverpool to get the flow to settle down and play the game, because in doing so, they were going to be dangerous. They were going to open them up and score goals. So what they were doing every single time when the ball was coming on the floor, Newcastle were bullying Liverpool out of the ball. Every single time when Liverpool were trying to create something and going forward, Newcastle were bullying the team out of the ground. And it was really important. It worked so well for them. At some point, they actually started to believe that they can win the game, which is fair, clearly, and it's fair. And they showed that they had a resistance, they had a plan, they had a direction. It all went out of plan when Anthony Gordon get the red card. I get it. We'll talk about that one because some people are saying that that was not a red card. And I'm like, really? Even Virgil van Dijk himself, literally with stars behind, he was telling Gordon that it was not a red card. I don't know, maybe he was just trying to be too fair to the kid. That was a red card in anyone's book, even if Newcastle tried to go appeal that one, it will be kept as 3 games out because that was not necessary. You came in from behind. You did not even show that you were after anything. You end straight for the men's leg. And you did not attack the leg that was in the air. You went on the sitting leg, which could have actually been dangerous for Van Dijk out for some time. So he needed to be that had to be that. So what was the tactics of Newcastle in the first half? Let me talk about. They created what we call a mid block. So the mid block was designed to not allow Liverpool to go beyond the mid block. And if they were gonna go do that, they were actually gonna try to do it above the mid block. And in doing so, they were allowing the players like Shea and Dan Ben to head the ball back, or maybe clear it out with the likes of Trippier and hit the Liverpool team with those long balls, because they were trying to take advantages of the right back and left back. But the difference in between today is because the right back was Dominic Soboslai, somebody who can keep himself in the height, so he was able to stop anything that was coming, which made the game so difficult for Harvey Barnes. He could not actually get into the game to win any duel against Dominic Soboslai. So they tried to use the Elanga situation, but the Elanga way, the only way they were getting, some sort of excitement over that was to allow Trippier to come in and overlap and trying to over what can I say, overload the side in terms of Milos Kerkez, which gave them some excitement and happiness at some point. But in terms of one-on-one in defensive, Milos versus Elanga could not catch a rest, could not catch his breath. He could not keep up with trying to beat up Milos Kerkez. So that's something that I know for a fact. People are never going to really look at Milos Kerkez. They're just going to say he was shit. And I actually feel like that is really lazy analysis of the game, because if you watch the way the game was played, if you watch everything that was happening in the game, you won't be coming up and just saying that it was just shit. It was just shit. That's not even football, to be honest. And it all made sense in terms of how the game was played, how things progressed going forward. So that was the plan. Liverpool were failing to break to the final third of Newcastle because of the way Newcastle were playing. That mid block was really active. Bruno Guimaraes, Jolinton, Tonali. Then you had Ilanga and what's his name, Ilanga and Harvey Barnes joining in, setting up that five-man middle block with Anthony Gordon up top to help out with the speed, to try and Bamun's to press out and what. Hence why he got the red card, because he was the guy who was doing the dirty work up front, while the other did that mid block was literally waiting for Liverpool's defense to try and do something. And one thing that I noticed, every single time the ball was going to Virgil van Dijk, Gordon was running to him. I think they were comfortable in allowing Ibrahim Konate to be the only guy with the ball. I don't know if you noticed that. In doing so, it meant that whenever I tried to kick, he was kicking elsewhere. He just did not know how to deliver those long passes, which they were afraid Virgil van Dijk could do. We can all accept that. We can all actually see that because it was way, way clear. So that plan went off the rail when Anthony Gordon got the red card, but they tried it as well in the second half, but now they were trying to come back in the game. So what was their second idea of their second tactics in the second half was to hit Liverpool with so much overload. So every time, whenever the ball goes on for a throw-in just near the 18 area, they go in and overload the position to try and create commotion and chaos in the 18 area, in which mistakes could have happened. A goal could have come out from that. Things could have happened in those positions. They did that so much time that at some point, so many goals could have gone in if Liverpool did not keep up and try to stop this Newcastle from getting the excitement that they were doing. And it was really important because it helped them at some point. And in terms of one thing that they were doing, Dan Ben and as well as the mentor, I think that's how you call him, they did so well in Salah to get him off the game, because in that, and I felt like Hugo Ekitike was really enjoying those one-on-one challenges with Fabian Schär, or sometimes with what's his name, Dunban, because he wanted to keep up with them, push them, holding up the ball, sitting up for the players so that they can move on into attack. Hence why we were seeing the likes of Florian Wirtz trying to get the ball, sitting up for the likes of Salah, and Salah tried to hit a man, lose the ball, or maybe giving up Gakpo, in which Gakpo, if we look at it, Gakpo actually of this front three, him and Ekitike, if we have to say, actually had more of the ball. They had more control of what was happening in the game, in which we went so well for them. And at the end of the day, it gave them an excitement in how Liverpool managed to win the game, because it was Gakpo pushing on Trippier and setting up for Gravenberch for the first goal. Second goal, it was him. Ekitike took the ball from the mid, started going with it in build up, set it up for Cody Gakpo. Gakpo brought it back to Ekitike. Ekitike with a solid goal, which gave Liverpool the second goal. Then you could see that they started losing the thing, and the Newcastle scored the first goal from a header from Bruno Guimaraes, then also scored the second goal from an amazing goal by their striker. I don't even know his name. The unseen guy, I don't even know his name. I think I forgot it. Then lastly, Rio Ngomoa, a 16-year-old, finished up the game. And that's all really, when you look at it from a nutshell, what Newcastle were trying to work on and what they did. They made sure that those long balls into the 18 area were really good. And the Nick Pope was important on that, because he hit so many long balls into the 18 area of Liverpool in mission to create chaos, in mission to try and get some spaces so that they can have some celebration into it. So it was a good game when you look at it. At the end of the day, it gave us a hint of what Newcastle could. But at the end of the day, that way of playing also might have also costed them, because they picked up so many injuries and now they have so many players who are out. A concussion for Fabian Schär, a shoulder of Tonali, which is not working because he was trying to challenge Ekitike, and Ekitike moved away. Then as well as a hamstring injury from from Joelinton, who was trying to push out and challenge the midfield of Gravenberch, and he suffered from that. So there's a lot of things we're going to look at in this game, and we actually wonder what's going to happen next. But at the end of the day, you guys, you let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I need you guys to like the video, subscribe to the Football Connect, and let's see what happens. Go check out the Football Connect LFC, where I was analyzing what I saw from Liverpool. I'll be doing on the Football Connect LFC what we learned from this game. I'll do an entire video where I'll be analyzing players individually, what their roles were for Liverpool and what was happening. So you can go check it out. It's gonna maybe come out maybe tomorrow because I think it's really important, or today because it's already in the morning. Today, as well as I'll be doing the whole entire full Premier League match 2 reaction to all the games which were played tomorrow as well. So check it out in the Football Connect. It will be coming out. So there's a lot of things to expect. So what are you waiting for? Like the video and subscribe to Connect so that you don't miss when we're back and doing more analysis. We're out. Subscribe to the Connect.